President Trump is moving ahead with a deal to give the White House what it wants in Greenland. The details obviously still being worked out.
And the president's comments before the agreement was reached sparked outrage among some Danish veterans who fought alongside American forces. Chuck Holton has the story from Greenland.
At the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, President Trump doubled down on his Greenland ambitions, claiming Denmark has failed to adequately defend the territory.
In 2019, Denmark said that they would spend over $200 million to strengthen Greenland's defenses. But as you know, they spent less than 1% of that amount. 1%. There's no sign of Denmark there. And I say that with great respect for Denmark, whose people I love, whose leaders are very good. It's the United States alone that can protect this giant mass of land, this giant piece of ice. And that's the reason I'm seeking immediate negotiations to once again discuss the acquisition of Greenland by the United States.
Trump insisted his plans would strengthen NATO.
But this would not be a threat to NATO. This would greatly enhance the security of the entire alliance.
Beneath all this snow and ice, there's billions or maybe trillions of dollars worth of natural gas and rare earth minerals. But most of the people who live here in Greenland would rather that it just stay there. They just don't want to spoil all this beauty in order to make a little bit more money.
For Danish veterans who served alongside American troops, Trump's words ring hollow. Denmark lost more than 50 soldiers in Afghanistan and Iraq.
I have good friends that were wounded. I have good friends and colleagues that were killed in both Iraq and Afghanistan. So, Danes have put down their lives to fight together with the U.S. for freedom and democracy. And I'm sure the Danes would do that again in the future. So it doesn't make any sense to say that Denmark is not good allies.
Colonel Soren Knudsen served 2 tours in Afghanistan. When Vice President Vance called Denmark a bad ally, he removed his U.S. Bronze Star from display.
I was very proud of getting it. I was very proud of having it, alongside other medals, obviously. But I also have to say that when J.D. Vance, it was broadcasted here that he called us a bad ally, I took this one off.
The U.S. already maintains a military presence in Greenland under a 1951 defense agreement, and veterans add sovereignty is not negotiable.
America was a lighthouse. It was the thing we were looking at. It was, until very recently, the beam in the darkness. And regrettably, that light is being switched off as we speak.
From Greenland, I'm Chuck Holton for CBN News.
Thank you, Chuck. In other news, President Trump has issued a blunt warning to Hamas. John Jessup has that story and more from our CBN News Bureau in Washington. John.
Thanks, Andrew. The president in Davos telling Hamas to disarm, which it is required to do under the Gaza ceasefire agreement, saying, quote, if they don't do it, they'll be blown away very quickly, end quote. Today, members of the President's Board of Peace signed an agreement in Davos overseeing the Gaza ceasefire plan. The board originally was planned to be a small group of world leaders overseeing the plan, but the administration has expanded its goals, and the board could become a mediator for other international conflicts. Well, here at home, tens of millions of Americans from New Mexico to the Carolinas are bracing for a potentially catastrophic ice storm that could crush trees, down power lines, and knock out electricity for days. And some areas, like parts of New York, have already seen snow this week. This weekend, forecasters say many northern states could see enough snow to make travel nearly impossible. The storm is expected to bring freezing rain and sleet along with snow. And I think, Andrew, according to forecasts, you guys are going to get some of that weather down there.
Yeah, here in the Virginia Beach area, just a couple days ago, there was a lot of warnings, a lot of concern in this area. Now I'm starting to hear people say, well, it might not be that big a deal. But of course, even if there's not a lot of snow, when you got a lot of rain, freezing temperatures for days, the driving conditions are very poor. So, of course, please take precautions. Take precautions with the pipes in your home. Charge up your phones. Some weather experts say prepare like it's a hurricane, with the exception, of course, of boarding up your windows. So I do hope people will track the storm and take precautions.
If you want to see people helped right here at home in the United States, if you want to see them helped around the world, Join the 700 Club. A portion of every gift goes into the work of Operation Blessing. Another portion goes into the work of CBN International to preach the gospel around the world. You're a part of all of it when you join with us. That's $20 a month, 65 cents a day. Some can join at higher levels. We have them. 700 Club Gold at $40 a month. 1000 Club, that's $1,000 a year. That breaks out to $84 a month, and 2500 is $2,500 a year. You can change lives. It's amazing what happens when we all get together and say, yes, let's make a difference.